Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Khalid Hijris, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. The National Space Science Agency provides constant support to students in order to enhance their skills in the space field through cooperation and collaboration with different regional and international institutions. To talk more about that, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by the Head of Strategic Planning and Project Management Department at the National Space Science Authority, Emil Jassim El Bin Ali. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for hosting me.
So I'd like to ask you a little bit about your role and your participation in the camp.
Well, actually, I was participating in a specialized space academy in which I've been learning from the NASA-inspired lessons and how to have simulations and activities that are astronauts doing into a setting that is resembling like a training classroom or training center. So it was really a great experience.
It sounds like it. And what can you tell us about the NSSA's support and complete trust in the youth of Bahrain?
Okay, so NSSA has 6 strategic goals. One of them is dedicated into spreading awareness through innovation and research. And we've been trying to do that by reaching the kids, youth, and the public through workshops, sessions, activities, you name it. Even summer camps, as we had in the previous experience with the space camp. So we are totally dedicated into spreading awareness about space science because it's one of the future sciences and it is considered under the 4th Industrial Revolution.
Brilliant. And how do you value the fruitful cooperation between the NSSA and other international institutions, and especially Kalman worldwide, to achieve the aspired goals of developing students' skills in the space field?
NSSA is very successful into establishing international relationships. This collaboration is certainly a catalyst to further nourish the interest into the students in the space field, especially taking into consideration that the space camp teaches a lot about what the astronauts do in terms of simulations, in terms of activities, and taking into consideration the 40+ years of experience of the NASA Space Camp. So thankfully, we had the collaboration with Kalman Worldwide twice to be accurate. And we had the opportunity to send the students to learn from the best and then further encourage them to pursue their academic studies into the STEM field.
And what would you say the success of that cooperation represents?
This indicates that the entities are sharing the same vision and working towards achieving it successfully in order to benefit from the world and benefit the humanity.
And from your point of view, what is the importance of getting students invested or interested in the field of space science?
The nature of the job is currently shifting worldwide. It's moving towards STEM and the 4th Industrial Revolution. For example, we can notice that the fields of robotics, AI, machine learning, genetics, and space, among others, are flourishing nowadays. So undergoing such activities with the students will further enhance their knowledge and skills to be prepared into joining the workforce when they are ready.
Brilliant. And what could you tell us about the contribution of the Bahraini youth to the development of the space sector?
One of the facts about NSSA employees is that we have an average age of 32 years old of employees. And this fact is actually showing that we have youth in the space industry or the space field. And these youth are really accomplishing and having a lot of achievements around the world. One of them, as an example only, is Engineer Yaqub. Yaqub Al-Qassab is actually one of the 30 space leaders among the world, and he's going to be recognized in the international conference in Baku this October. So this is just an example of how youth can contribute to the space field and how can they further achieve and even add to Bahrain to be prominent among all the space leaders in this world.
What an incredible achievement. And Now, I know with the NSSA, the importance of mixing practical and theoretical work is highly emphasized. So I want to ask you, in your own words, what can you tell us about the importance of that approach?
In reality, every project, when you start it, you just start with a mission plan. You need to plan the project. You need to design, for example, the satellite before you actually build it. There are several examples for how we incorporate practice into theory. We have collaborated with an international organization called BRS Labs. They offered us a couple of courses in which the students can apply theory into using space-related software. Another example is we do local activities here in Bahrain, and one of them was this summer with an NGO called iLearn, in which we have taught the students by doing some hands-on activities related to satellites, rockets, and so on.
Beautiful. And I'd just like to end by asking you, what are the NSSA's future plans in this regard?
Well, we are still having some discussions with other international organizations in order to finalize some projects to be implemented in the next summer. Some of them might involve camps, activities, workshops. Some might be in Bahrain or outside Bahrain. They will be announced once they are finalized. But for the time being, we have two major events that are coming up here in Bahrain. One of them is the second MENA workshop that is going to be hosted here in Bahrain. And this workshop is actually a regional one in which youth from the age of 18 up to 35 can register and benefit from discussions into 5 different themes about space. The second great opportunity is the collaboration between NSSA and NASA for the 5th year this year. It's about a hackathon, Space Apps Hackathon, in which the youth can take a challenge and try to come up with a solution on how to overcome this challenge by placing solutions from their point of view. This event is going to be in the first week of October. It's also open for public to be registering, and this year we will be hosting it in 2 different locations, one of them in the University of Bahrain and the other in Bahrain Polytechnic. So this is an invitation for all the youth of Bahrain and even in the GCC to come and participate and benefit from the activities that we are hosting here.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
And thank you for hosting me.
So viewers, as you can see, there are a lot of achievements in Bahrain, especially in the space field. So stay tuned and we'll be right back with more. A number of Bahraini students have recently returned home after representing their country at the Space Camp in the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama, which is considered one of the top space camps in the world. To talk more about that, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by the students, Leah Janahi, Nasser Al-Qouti, Maryam Al-Awadi, Hassan Hashim. Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, thank you for having us here.
Now, I'd like to start by asking you, Maryam, about what you can tell us about the participation in representing the Kingdom of Bahrain in one of the top space camps in the world.
I was really proud and excited to be one of the 4 students to be selected to participate in the space camp. And I think in the beginning I was kind of nervous because I didn't really know what to expect, but with the help of the Endeavour Scholarship and the NSSA, Ms. Amal bin Ali and Dr. Mohammed Al-Asiri, during our pre-departure, I think we were all just ready and excited to be there. In terms of space camp, it really exceeded my expectations with all the activities we carried out, the space simulations, and all of the other things that really exposed us to the field of space science in a more in-depth manner, the information you don't really get to hear and see of every day. And I think even meeting our friends from all over the world really made this experience more memorable.
Definitely sounds like a memorable experience. And I mean, it sounds like you learned a lot. So could you tell us about, like, what are the new areas of knowledge that you experienced during the camp?
Well, I learned a lot about STEM-related subjects when it came to the space science industry, and I think we were exposed to a lot of different topics and information when it came to, for example, the different roles and responsibilities in missions, problem-solving activities, and hands-on experience in rocket building. That really increased my passion for engineering more specifically, because they really went into depth about the background work that goes on in creating the space suits, the rockets, and building the shuttles. And I think before arriving to camp, one of the questions I was pondering about was the major I was going to pursue in college. And I think going on this trip really gave me a bit more direction and clarity to the path I would end up taking in the future.
Brilliant. And Hassan, I'm sure that with such a big experience, you faced some challenges. So could you tell us about some challenges and how you overcame them?
We did face some challenges. For example, when building the rocket, we had to work as a team together, as one team, and try to land it safely and keep the egg inside it preserved and free of damage. So, for example, we had a strict budget that we had to follow, and some specific materials and how to build it specifically, having to put the parachute inside, and using materials to protect the egg inside. So we worked as a team together using our brilliant minds, and we created the rocket and we safely landed the egg. And in other situations, for example, as mentioned, the space missions, with some situations, some random alerts would pop up. For example, the life support is off, and we have to work together as a team to try to solve this issue and communicate to the commander who will send in the spaceship to fix this issue.
Brilliant. Sounds like a very creative and very interesting experiment, actually. And now, Nasser, I'd like to ask you, what are your plans to further develop your skills in this participation?
First of all, I'd like to thank you guys again for the host, and I'd like to thank the National Science and Space Agency for their opportunity giving us to truly embody the roles of an astronaut. As for the skills we developed during this camp, in my opinion, we developed some crucial skills that we could use and build upon in our future, whether it was universities or jobs, some of which include the critical thinking skills, teamworking skills in which they took place in the aviation challenge, and especially one specific skill that is going to help me further pursue my engineering career is the rocket building skill. We as a Bahraini team were able to outperform the various countries like the US, Australia, and France in the rocket competition, and were able to land the rocket safely.
Beautiful. And Leah, what is your advice for other students who might want to join the space camp?
My advice to those who are hoping to join is to make the most out of their experience, as it will all be worth it in the end. If they choose to take on this opportunity, it's a chance that not everyone gets to have, especially considering that the camp activities allow you to undergo true astronaut training, both physical and simulation-based, as well as meeting real astronauts who have been on space missions. It's definitely something you don't get to see or do every day, so going ahead with all your passion, excitement, and will to learn is a way that you can make the most out of that experience during that 1 week at camp. And even though some activities may seem a bit scary or risky at first, such as the scuba diving or the pole climb, it's definitely something you don't get to see or do every day. So going ahead with all your excitement, passion, and will to learn is a way for you to get the most out of your 1 week at camp. Aside from that, even though some activities may seem a bit scary or risky at first, there's no harm in trying. They're all completely safe, and it will prove to make your overall experience something memorable and something you'll never forget.
I think that that's very brilliantly said, and I mean, I think it's a testament. I mean, you guys are in a field that is relatively new and involves a lot of risk taking, but the payoff is incredible. And now I'd also like to ask you how you value the NSSA's unlimited support and trust in the Bahraini youth's capabilities.
I'm extremely grateful for all the support and trust that the NSSA has given us. Just the fact that they chose us 4 students to represent Bahrain in this amazing endeavor shows that they really believed in us, our passion, and all that we are capable of doing. They provided us with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we'll never forget and that we learned a lot from, as well as giving us an idea of how it is to live or study abroad before we actually go on to university. Additionally, they allowed us to really surprise ourselves even with all that we are capable of doing, and opening our eyes to the different career paths that we may take in the space science field, especially now that this door is open for us as Bahraini students with the NSSA present, as well as inspiring others to do the same.
Brilliant. And Nasser, I'd like to ask you a little bit about what you can tell us about the contribution of Bahraini youth to the space field.
Our participation as a Bahraini team was very commended in the space camp. As I mentioned earlier, we're able to outperform many countries in various activities. However, in regards to the advancement in the space sector, there are many Bahraini individuals that are ambitious and are willing to pursue this endeavor. And in the future, with the support of His Highness Sheikh Nasser and our King, we're able to pursue these university requirements and study engineering, maths, and contribute to space in the future.
I think that that's very eloquently put. And Hassan, what is your advice for school students who are planning to be part of the space sector in the future?
I believe that they should follow their dreams and try to follow their passions. What do they like? They enjoy doing this, they should do this, because one day they will be able to achieve their dreams and become astronauts and become involved into the space sector.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I'd like to say congratulations. And I think I speak for everyone when I say that we can't wait to see what you guys do next. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, viewers, don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. And another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We'd love to hear from you. This was Khalid Hidris, and until next time, good night and God bless.